After a season of triumph and disaster, we arrive at the penultimate race of the year. Under the floodlights of Abu Dhabi, this is the final feature race of the campaign, and where better to conclude than at a venue which defines opulence. We're at the billion-dollar Yas Marina circuit for race 23. The final feature race of the year will begin when the 5 red lights go out. We're underway for the final race of the year. A lot of wheel spin for Sede Camera, going between the two of them there. On the front row is Louis Delatraz. Nick de Vries trying to get through. Ilov versus Delatraz for the lead. Who hangs on? Louis Delatraz has got a lot of momentum. Louis Delatraz goes from third up to first. He got the start he wanted. Sergio Sede Camera did not. And let's have a look at that race start. Well, it was a good getaway for Sergio Sede Camera in terms of the reaction time, but so much wheel spin. So up to second goes Louis Delatraz. Respectful stuff between the top two here, and they managed. Well, I think Ilot was thinking of the long game there. Didn't want to risk it. Let's go on board. So he immediately thinks he's into the lead. He's moved up, done all he needs to, but here comes the pesky Carlin of Louis Delatraz, and the tighter line compromises his exit speed, and that's how Delatraz got the lead. On board with Giuliano Alesi. Good getaway, and then a huge chunk of oversteer there as he moved up initially. And Alesi slipping back, currently running in 12th position as we move on to lap number 3 in the race. But reviewing the move, this is how Nick de Vries went from 5th. He made that move work. Oh, opportunistic Artem Markelov. Where have we heard that before? Schumacher, guys, he'll make that pay later on. Schumacher going for a move to the inside of Jordan King as the top positions remain the same. That is very, very close. Side by side as Joe on the harder passing to make it work at the end. And now, remember, we saw these two dueling a few laps ago. The pendulum has swung back the other way, and now this will be an easy pass into turn number 21. Right on cue at the end of lap number 3. The super soft tyres going off the cliff, and at turn number 1, that is a change of position for third. All the alternate strategy runners that Andy Roach wasn't sure if they'd put their driver on the right strategy, if they'd gone the right way. Well, all the alternate strategy runners now on the right tyres, and it's a move, an easy move with DRS to others. So Schumacher, who'd been passed by Markelov's, got back ahead, and Schumacher now gets past the champion de Vries. So de Vries really falling off the cliff in terms of the tyres. Schumacher enjoying them a lot more in the Prema. It's Delatraz, then Matsushita, but it might not be for too much longer. And as expected, there you go, change of lead. The driver on the soft compounds getting past. And Matsushita now will try and use all of his experience at this level. Tear off from the helmet, and he tries to now build a lead. He's got a good advantage over, so moves all the way through. And this is how the two teammates went wheel to wheel, but you know that there's no much time. You've got to get past drivers at different corners than normal, and this has been judged really nicely by Guan Yu Zhou. On the podium so far 3 times this year, and a pole position as well earlier in the season at Silverstone. Easy pass, but important that he makes it rather than have to wait through. You're losing so much time compared to Guan Yu Zhou, who is slicing his way through the field really efficiently right now. The top two being passed, and nicely done from Nikita Mazepin. Through goes Latifi, no, not Latifi, Giotto, I should say. Luca Giotto in the yellow car, making his way past Mark. That battle. So wait for the cue, in they come. If you've got, and Latifi's coming in as well, so they're going to double stack. They will double stack. Meanwhile, rush hour, down in the pit lane. All of those who started on the super soft tyre want to get rid of them. Delatraz has information that the tyres are going to drop off. If you start on the super soft, you believe it's a price worth paying. Good move, Luca Giotto. So the soft facet of your driving. Sometimes you're going to have to go on the defence, sometimes you're going to have to go on the attack, sometimes you're going to have to look after the tyres, and sometimes you're just going to have to hold the top of the standings in the last couple of years. Akin going past Latifi on the same compound of tyre. Nicely done, his own way. He spent 5 years in the support race paddock. He's a hugely popular character, and we're all going to miss him. He's lining up the pass. Luca Giotto on Giuliano Alesi, same compound of tyre. And now the next driver up the road is his teammate. As those who, well, there was an alternate and then there was the preferred option to start on tyres that fell off the cliff after 3 laps. They had to nurse them to the end of lap 6 when you make your mandatory pit stop. The drivers in the lead,
I could see it at the start, and it all getting a bit juicy. So yeah, come up here and join you, Alex. I could hear you. You sound a bit low, by the way. You could see how he just maximised his exit, got the car nice and straight, tucks into the slipstream. DRS going to open. This should be an easy pass for him.
And wow, that is a big job. I wasn't expecting that from Nikita Mazepin. He's determined to keep Delatraz behind, but Delatraz has got the speed, and now he's got the position up to 5th position. And well, better exit, and this should be fairly simple for the Brazilian driver. He said his priority is maintaining his position in the championship so he can get a Formula 1 super license with those points. And now he's got 7th position as well, easy pass, and he's through to chase down Nikita Mazepin, the next driver. DRS, he will get an opportunity. We've seen one ART go defensive earlier on. Here's another one as De Vries tries to keep Latifi behind, and Latifi's out of our picture. Is he ahead? I think he is, up to 11th position, and Nicholas Latifi gets past the driver who beat him to the title.
Condition, and once you pick up graining, you're just a sitting duck like he is now.
And he's feeling the need to defend, but Aitken knows that he's got the pace, and now he's got the position. Nicely done for Jack Aitken. Nick De Vries not having the race that he wanted to close out under the lights. He will have good race pace. Now, time for another move on track. The alternate strategies meeting once again. No defence offered this time by Nikita Mazepin. And look at the mess, look at the marbles that Sete Camara, the McLaren Junior Development driver with the Formula 1 team and Dam's competitor, had to run over to get past.
Wasn't it, Alex? This move here from Lundgaard, he's got the job done, but then locks up and runs way too wide. So when you're using the DRS and you're in the slipstream of the car in front, your braking distances change, and you've got the marbles on your tyres as well for good measure to deal with, and there comes the lockup. So the mistake he made was that he reacted too late to Mazepin's move to the left, his old trick that we saw with Delatraz, and when he lifted, the DRS momentarily closed and he had to reactivate it, and it could have been a lot more simple maybe if he just decided which way to go earlier.
So I like getting past the team's practice all the time. It is a lot higher pressure because of the responsibility falling to just one person per wheel in that pit stop. Mazepin and Lundgaard have come behind, and now 23. You can see the live timing on the left-hand side. 23 seconds behind this warring pair for the lead. Who do they both come in? No, Joe confident enough to go a further lap, and well, that is very, very interesting.
We heard the call.
Come in. You do have a really long time to get those tyres up to temperature. That's the only thing I can think that they might have struggled with. So Louis Delatraz in second, Sergio Sete Camara in third. What a stint from Sergio Sete Camara, all of a sudden to close down, and this could be for the race lead. Sergio Sete Camara lost the lead to Louis Delatraz at the start of the race. Now he's got DRS, now he's going through, powering past, and Sete Camara may well have set up the race win there. He's caught Delatraz, he's hauled him in, now he's got... Seriously impressive stuff from Sergio Sete Camara. Meanwhile, out on track, Matsushita, difference in tyre compound.
Oh, and he needed a good outlap, didn't he? It was all important. The last thing he needed was traffic, but I don't think it compromised him too much. Here is that move. So Delatraz doing everything he could to not get past, but nothing he could do. With
teammates going wheel to wheel, trying to go around the outside. No, didn't have the momentum, but he's got better traction. Has he got track position? No, he had to back out of it. And that will protect the lead for Sergio Sete Camara. Now, though, second place confirmed on the alternate strategy. And it's a great move from Nobu Matsushita, who gets his teammate to Louis Delatraz and the podium.
Yeah, I think Delatraz is bound to be knocked off the podium here, but that move was brilliant. He had him lined up. He almost went for a bit of a cheeky move around the outside of turn 12, but thought better of it.
Luca Giotto on the alternate strategy, getting past his rival for second place in the championship. Started first and still first, doesn't tell the story. This is the battle for third position. Huge difference in tyre compounds between Delatraz and Guan Yu Zhou, and Guan Yu Zhou's just going to have better traction, and then surely he's just going to roar all the way around the outside, and Louis Delatraz, no, there's no room.
That's putting a lot of trust in your competitor there to go around the outside. He knew that he would have DRS here and out-drag him on the exit anyway. Look at this.
This is for third, got to go over the tyre mark. marbles, being squeezed, but being squeezed with DRS, and now Guan Yu Zhou has moved up for what could be a 5th podium. Delatraz trying to come back though, played that one really nicely. Who breaks latest? It's Delatraz, but what's the traction like? It's going to be resolved in favour of Guan Yu Zhou, who moves up to 3rd on the final lap of the race.
Made a bit of a meal of that one.
And now, for just the 3rd time in FIA Formula 2, Sergio Sette Camara wins the race, and for the first time in his F2 career, it's the feature race win as well. That will mean a lot. Charging drive from Matsushita, who beats Guan Yu Zhou to 2nd position. Zhou is 3rd, and Delatraz for so long thought he was going to win that race, finishes off the podium. Heartbreak for him. In 5th position, Callum Ilott, and then the hard-charging Luca Giotto, who got past Nicholas Latifi, who's coming into your picture, and Giuliano Alesi did indeed